There's problems all around my club, West Ham United, and the owners, David Gold and David Sullivan, all stemming from the move to the London Stadium. Step in Richie Edwards, a local East End millionaire who has created East Ham FC and is taking us back to the Boleyn. Hello guys, it's me, Bad Jokes FM, back at you once again with another video. And yep, today guys, we are finally here. We are finally getting started. This is episode 1, series 1 of Back to the Boleyn. And yeah, what a series this should be. I am looking forward to this so much. I've been promising you this, guys, for the last few weeks. I myself have been planning it and thinking about it pretty much every day since the Content Creator Day back in Nottingham when the idea hit me. And so this is the story of the club. I did try to do a little trailer for this, but I've tried it a few times and it just didn't work. So this is what we're going with. I'm just going to tell you the story of what I've got for this club now. Basically, everyone knows about the history of West Ham in the last few years. How we've gone from pretty much everyone's second team, I think you could say we was for a while. And now we've gone to pretty much everyone's second or third most hated team. And it's all because of the move from the Boleyn to the Olympic Stadium, which is now called the London Stadium. So that's brought real big problems for the club. There's lots of, what do you want to call it? Disenchantment. There's a lot of upset around the club. People are not happy with the owners, David Gold and David Sullivan. They think they've lied to us. They think they've broken their promises. And also a lot of people just didn't want to move from the Boleyn because the Boleyn was West Ham. The atmosphere at West Ham when you went there, when we was winning, it was great. When we was playing awful, it was the worst place in the world to be, and it could be so intimidating, not only to away teams, but also to our own team at some point. But the atmosphere, 9 times out of 10, at least in my experience, was always brilliant. I loved going there. I loved the whole atmosphere of walking down to the ground from the old Upton Park station, walking down the Barking Road. Oh, it was just heaven. I loved that place. But unfortunately, the Daves did decide from day one that we was moving. And now it's happened, and it hasn't worked out that well. Just this week, before this video's come out, Bilic has been sacked. Just because results have been awful at the Boleyn. I can't remember one decent performance we've had there since we've moved. So that has just sort of swelled the anger with the owners. And also them replacing him with David Moyes. I don't want this to be too much about results on the pitch for West Ham. I want this more to be about the move from the Boleyn over to Olympic Stadium and how people just are not happy with that. And so, in the background, while all that has been going on, I've had our chairman, Mr. Richie Edwards, a local East End millionaire. He's been looking at all this. He's been going, oh, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this at all. And so, he's decided to take it upon himself to create a brand new club, East Ham FC. Before anyone gets on to me, I know there used to be an East Ham FC, but for the state of this series, I'm just going with he's created a brand new club, East Ham FC. He's decided to buy the Boleyn ground because the main reason for his anger is that the 2 Daves pretty much made it clear from day one that success could not be had at Upton Park, at the Boleyn, and he really disagrees with that, as do I. And so that's what we're going with for today and for this series. He's moved us into the Boleyn. The Boleyn hasn't been knocked down. It's still up. It's still up in its beautiful historic quality. We have moved in, but the big main change obviously from West Ham is that being a brand new club, we can't go straight into the Premier League. That would be unrealistic. So what I've done is I've taken East Thurrock out of the league and I've replaced them with us. We're going to be starting from the Conference National League South. We're going to be in there. I've give us a 2000 rep in the editor. So as you can see, that's a 1-star reputation. The only real advantage we've got is obviously playing in the Boleyn. We could hopefully build up our fan base and get to filling that stadium one day. I think I've only give us like a 500 season ticket holders or something like that. So I think we can see in the general I think that is. Where are we? Yeah, season ticket holders, £500. 500 and average season ticket price 150. So it's not that much cheaper than London Stadium, but I'm hoping we'll get a lot of the fans who aren't happy with how the club is being run. They're going to come join us back at our spiritual home, and hopefully in a few years we'll be up to the Championship or even the Premiership, and we'll be playing against West Ham, and that should be a very awesome game. And yeah, also in the interest of realism, I've had us formed as being founded in 2017. So what that does mean is for the first 2-3 years, there's not going to be any FA Cup, because one of the weird FA Cup rules is that you can't play in that competition if you're just a brand new founded club. So we're not going to be in that for the next couple of years. So hopefully we'll get into that in about 2020, something like that, I'm hoping. And so I think that's enough about the general introduction to the club. I've waffled on for almost 6 minutes there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the squad, or lack thereof, because as you'll see, all greyed out. Absolutely no players. I'm doing this as a brand new start-up club. This is day one of the club running, being around, and yeah, all greyed out players. So that is going to be the main gist of this episode. Is once I've done doing all the intro, I'm going to go away. I'm going to play all the summer. I'm going to bring in a squad of players, and hopefully by the time I come back for the first league game of the season, we're going to have a decent squad of players, or if we don't, at least have a squad. As you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous. This is the biggest challenge I've ever taken on in any FM ever. I normally play top 2 leagues of England or top league abroad. I've never done anything like trying to raise a club from the bottom league all the way up. So this is going to be new for me. It might be new for some of you as well. If it is, let me know down below. And also let me know down below if you're looking forward to this series. If I've done a good enough job of introducing the story and introducing what the club is going to be. Please let me know down below. First time, like I say, ever doing anything like this. And yeah, no players. Got to go through all that. We've got no under 23s either. No under 18s. So I've got to fill all that out over time. But as for this first summer, just going to concentrate on the first team squad and just try and get anybody and everybody in. And yeah, biggest challenge I've ever had on any FM. And so what do when you've got a big massive challenge and you're a little bit in over your head? You call your mates, don't you? And that is exactly what I've done. I've put the call out on Twitter and on YouTube streams for people to come join me here as staff members. And here we go. The staff we have got is only 9 coaching staff, including myself. So that's 8 friends of mine I've been able to rope in to helping us out. And we've got 1 recruitment team member. So I've got to sort out scouts and everything as well. But if we go through the coaching staff we do have, we're going to go first for my assistant manager. It's a great young guy by the name of CJ Plays. All these guys, by the way, I think most of them are YouTubers. I'm going to have all their links down below in the description of this video. Go and check them all out. They're all great. They're all awesome. They all do very good stuff. And so my assistant manager, CJ Plays. The attributes, I've done all these by random. I asked everybody to fill out a form on the database which gives you like the background of them. But this screen here, I've done this all randomised. I just literally got an app on my phone. I put in random numbers between 1 and 20, and whatever came up is what I put into that next field. So hopefully you guys won't think I've got any advantage, or I've given myself any advantage. I literally haven't. I'm amazed that some 20s come out. Hopefully they won't affect the game too much or affect your enjoyment too much. And so we're gonna go for CJ Plays as the assistant manager, like I said. He's got decent stats, 13 attacking, 20 for mental, which is very good. And he's got man management of 17 and determination of 18. So he's looking fairly decent. And then you've got Matt Quine as a coach, very good fella as well. I've been talking to him a bit on Kev's or Lelujo's streams. He seems a very good fella. He's come in as a coach. He hasn't got the best stats though, unfortunately. He's got 17 for working with youngsters. Mental is 15. Again, mental seems to be pretty good so far for our staff. And then following him on, we've got Sino. There you go. We've got Glindor, who's got pretty much awful stats. Sorry, mate. Maybe I should have given him better stats, seeing as he only lives like about 20 minutes, half hour from myself. I'm quite worried that when he sees these, he's going to come round my house and come beat us up. But yeah, 11 for attacking, 11 for tactical. Not the best, is it? Let's move on very, very quickly. The next guy to come in is a foreigner, a guy from New Zealand, Parkera. He's got decent stats, I think you can say there. Judging player ability, 19. Judging player potential, 11. Defending and fitness, 12 and 11, not bad. So I'm quite happy with that for a lower league staff member. And for the whole narrative of the story, which I'm going with, which is pretty much all these are just my mates. I've brought them into the club. We're all in over our heads, but we're all helping each other out. So I didn't want to give anyone attributes that were too far over the top. But speaking of over the top, this is the one where the randomizer did indeed give me a very, very good stats for this guy. Hopefully this might help us bring in some good youth regens, because Just Tommy is going to be our head of youth development. He's got very good coaching stats, but as for his knowledge of bringing people in, 7 for player ability, 2 for player potential. Maybe might think about moving him over to be a coach if he's okay with that. If you're not, let me know down below, Just Tommy. Just really want to get some comments going down below. Try and get a bit of community build for this series, because I'm really excited for this. But he's got cracking coaching stats. Attacking 16, tactical 17, 16 for discipline, distribution 13, GK handling 14. Definitely think about moving him over to be a coach. And now the next guy, next coach, is a very good YouTuber, very good friend of mine. He's given me a lot of support for this series. It's a guy who goes on YouTube by the name The Don. Again, I'll have his link down below. Go check him out. He's got a very good series going on at the moment. He's got decent stats here as well. He's got 18 defending, 20 for mental. So mentally, we're really going to be able to get into these teams, aren't we? So hopefully, should be able to get teams motivated. He's got decent goalkeeper distribution as well, and player potential and tactical knowledge he's not bad at, so hopefully should work quite well. And the next guy to come up is a very, very, very good friend of mine. Awesome YouTuber. Seriously, go check this guy out. He does brilliant FM content. He does brilliant F1 content. He's just started doing LA Noir. He does cricket captain. He's just started the new cricket game, Ashes Cricket 2017-2018, I think it's called. Go and look him out. He's very, very good. And also his streams are such a laugh. Go jump in there, say hello. If you do, tell him I sent you. And now the next coach we've got is a guy by the name of Flash Plays. Again on YouTube. Again, he does very, very good content. Go check him out. And on here, his stats, 13 defending, 13 tactical, but he should be very, very good for the goalkeepers. Look at that. GK distribution 14, handling 16, shot stopping 18. He is gonna be cracking. Next guy up is our one and only data analyst. It's a guy by J Golo. Again, go check his stuff out. Go check him out on Twitter as well. And yeah, he's got decent stats there. Judging team data 14, presenting it 11, discipline 11. So if we do get any staff under him, he should be able to keep him under control, keep him working well. And as for his knowledge, judging player potential of 20, that is just brilliant. And here we go with my stats. Didn't realise I've not shown them to you yet, but here we go. Why is that saying I'm on 750 quid a week? Whoops. Didn't mean that. I've got started now. I'm just going to have to accept that amount of money, ain't I? Maybe that's because I didn't set myself. Maybe that's because the chairman set me. I think that's what's done it. So anyway, so sorry, I'm on a little bit more money than everyone else. I'm rich. So I'm on 750 quid a week. But as for my stats, these are all obviously what the game gives you at the start. So I've gone for lowest reputation, lowest badges, lowest past experience. And I've got a couple of 5s for attacking and defending. I've got 10 for mental, motivating 9. I think other than that, I haven't got any stats that are that cracking. Technical and working with youngsters, I've got as 5s. And so, yeah, I think, what else have I got anything else to go through? No, don't think I have. I think that's where I'm actually going to leave it for now. This episode is dragging on a little bit, so I'm going to join you guys in just a minute when I've finished the summer and I've got all the players in, so we can run through the squad, and then we'll do the first game on the next episode. So for now, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Well, guys, that has been a very, very long minute. It's been about 24 hours since I recorded that bit just now. And so I've spent most of that time just going through player screens, profiles, coach reports, watching games. I've watched the England trialist games. I've watched our own trial day games. I've watched a couple of our friendlies. I did leave CJ plays in charge of 1 or 2 of the last friendlies, just because I wanted to get through all the players that we had coming into the club. And so if we just have a look at who we have managed to get in through the front door, these are all people that have joined on contracts. They've all joined the club on part-time contracts. So if we just have a look at the goalkeeper first, we've only got the 1 at the minute. We have got a couple other people who should be joining the club in the next couple of days. Should hopefully be here in time for the next episode, which is going to be the first league game for us. But this guy's name, Charlie Seal, 21 years old, English, valued at 2.4k, 2.5 star current, 4 star potential ability. I think most of our coach reports have been done by the Don. So if it all goes wrong, blame him. That's all I'm saying. He's done most of these reports. So if you don't like him, go check his channel out and give him a load of abuse. Actually, no, don't do that. Go check his channel out, but go tell him how awesome he is, because he does do a very, very awesome Rangers save at the minute. And so following that on, we'll go have a look at the old defenders. We've got Nathan Owen in at left back. I'll just go through the first choice players, just so you get an idea of what sort of quality we've been able to bring in. So Nathan Owen is our best left back, 19 years old, English. He's actually got a picture, so he's got to be decent, surely. So he's valued at 3.1k, 3 star current, 4 star, maybe 5 star potential ability, decent acceleration, decent pace, and that's about it really. His crossing's not too bad. His passing's decent for this level, I think. So hopefully he might be okay. And then in the central defence, we've got Nathan Kelly, who's by far and away our best central defender. I think he might even be one of our best players. So he's 21 years old. He's also got a picture. I was not expecting this many people with pictures, to be honest. So he's got 4 star current, 4 star potential ability. And he looks decent. Valued at 8.25k. Decent player. He's looking alright. He's very determined. Got decent strength, decent pace, decent heading, decent marking. I think for this level, lower half of the National League, National South League, he's going to be quite decent, I think. So I'll just show you the next guy as well, because he's the best one for both. And then it's a guy we've got in on loan from Northampton. And I'm going to try and pronounce this now. Prudence Anali, I think that's it. I have no idea. But he's got decent fitness, decent decisions, decent positioning, decent tackling. And yeah, like I say, we've got him in on loan from Northampton. He's not played for them yet, but hopefully get a few games for us this year. That might help him develop, and if he develops well, we should hopefully be doing okay. So now on the right back, best one we've got is Jamie Smith, 19 years old. Again, very young team we've got. I don't think we've got anyone over the age of 25, 26. That could be a concern. But Jamie Smith has got decent physicals there, which from what I've heard is what you need down at this level. If you've got decent physicals, you should be okay. And he's got decent determination, decent teamwork, so I'm looking very happy with him. 4 star again, current ability, but I think that might just be because everyone else is not the best. So central midfield is a fella who I did show off on Twitter last night. Our foreign signing from South Korea, 21 years old, 3-star current, 4-star potential ability. Does look decent, and hopefully someone a bit foreign might do well at this level. I don't know, or maybe he might just get roughed up so much and go fleeing off back to South Korea. But he's looking decent, I'm happy with him. Next guy we've got is Ethan Miller, and he's 19 years old, 3-star current, 4-star potential ability. Doesn't look the best though. Even down this level, what I'm seeing, all he's got is pace and a little bit of passing. Might be looking to move him on quite soon. And so now going into the attacking roles, on the right side of midfield we've got Jacob Kane, who's 23 years old, valued at 6.25k, 4-star current, 4.5-star potential ability. So he looks very good. He's got decent acceleration, good agility, good pace, good first touch. Might work on his crossing a bit, because if we're going to have him on the right side, we're going to want him whipping the balls into the box. In the centre of the attacking midfield, we've got Callum O'Sullivan, 20 years old, by far our highest valued player so far, valued at 11k. He's got good acceleration, good agility, good fitness, good pace, 3.5-star current, 4-star potential ability. Very happy with him. And on the left, we got a guy by the name of Dion McFoy Johnston. What a name that is. Might just rename him McFoy, because I do quite like that name. And again, decent physicals, but technicals not the best. He's got decent work rate, so hopefully that might get him working alright. It does say his best position is up top as a striker, which could be a bit of a concern, but we've got decent strikers. Because if we look up top, we've got Jamie Calvin, who's done quite well in pre-season, at least in training and in the trial games. He's done okay. He's got decent finishing, 13 for finishing, 12 for first touch. Acceleration and fitness is decent. His composure is quite good, so hopefully down at this level he won't get nervous when he finds himself in front of goal. And then just want to show you the next striker down who I've not shown you yet. That's Brandon Carney, 13 finishing, 13 heading, decent decisions, decent leadership and decent physicals. Looking very decent. Most of these guys, I've had a look through their histories and they have not played any football at senior level, so that also could be a bit of a concern. I did have a look at the bookies odds for us to win the league, and they're saying about 350 to 1. So guys, get all your fivers out. That's where you want to put it. Or maybe not. You might not want to put it on us. I think this first season is going to be quite difficult for us, if I'm honest. The players aren't the best. We haven't got that much experience. And if we do just show you the old dynamics, if you go into hierarchy first. Oh, that's who I've not shown you. Why do you not show up in the midfield? He may have done, I just missed him. I'll go onto his screen in a minute. Going on about old Lee Hendry. And old is definitely the word. 40 years old now. Alright, so I'll go onto his profile now. I'm rambling on about him now. Lee Hendry, 40 years old. But I brought him in for that reason. 1 cap for England. We have an ex-England international in the team. But he looks awful now. I mean, look at that. 4 acceleration, 4 pace. But he's still got a decent cross on him. And decent penalty taking. Flair he's still decent at. So he might still be okay just for the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of games. But look at that contract we've got him on. How the mighty have fallen. £20 a week we're paying him. Just ridiculous. How we got him to accept that, I don't know. But yeah, he's joined us. And now let's go on to the hierarchy. As you can see, worryingly, no team leaders, no highly influential players. But we have got 5 influential players. And including a fella here who I think is a striker. CDNG, what a name that is. He again looks decent for a striker. And he's highly influential, so I might play him quite a bit. But yeah, 5 influential players, 4 top other players, and then everyone else is just down there. Hopefully over the season this could be quite interesting to see who breaks out from the pack down around the other players and works their way up to being a team leader and being highly influential. So that should be good to see. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. This bit of the video is almost 10 minutes long as it stands before editing. So I'm hoping to try and get this video down to about 20 minutes. It might be a little bit longer. If it is, please just stick with it. Well, you've got this far, so you've got no choice but to stick with it now. And yeah, first game is going to be up against Bath City, which from what I've seen should be quite a difficult game. I think they are one of the favourites to win the league. Let's have one quick look at that. So go season preview. And Bath, where are they expected to finish? 6th. So could be a difficult game. We are expected to finish rock bottom last. 300 to 1. We are so difficult season this might be. But hoping you're all going to enjoy it. I'm really going to enjoy it. I've enjoyed building this squad together. I'm going to stick with this for hopefully the whole year. Hopefully I'll still be here when FM19 is coming out. And so that is the plan. And so I think I'm going to leave it there for now, lads. Hope you're excited for this series. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell button down below so you get notified whenever a new episode does come out. And yeah, just one thing left to say. I am Bad Jokes FM. Let's get this going.